Hello everybody, this is BT Poke. Welcome to Slay the Spire, a new indie game that is currently in early access on Steam. It is a card building roguelike RPG. That sounds like a weird combination, but trust me, it's awesome. And instead of just telling you how awesome it is, I'm going to show you. Now there are technically right now 2 characters for us to choose from because the third one is still in development because it's this early access. Right now, we are going to pick the first option, the Ironclad. This is a roguelike, obviously. So this character, the Ironclad, starts with what is called a relic. So the Ironclad, at the end of combat, every single combat, heals 6 HP. Relics are pretty much items that are applied to your character in the run that you are currently in to grant certain effects. More on that later. So we're just going to go ahead and start with the Ironclad. This guy, I like to call him Niao for various reasons. Because his name is actually Niao. That's the reason. Hello, Niao. Niao. This guy will give us a free something. We get to choose. First option is remove a card from our deck. Right now, I don't really need to do that. The second option, though, enemies in the next 3 combats have 1 HP. And I'll bring up the map just to demonstrate the fact that there are 3 different paths right now for us to choose from. There's usually an option between 3 or 4 paths. And depending on what you go on, you'll, of course, get different routes. Question marks are for unknown areas. They could be anything. They could be a monster engagement. They could be a shop. They could be something completely random, a random event. They're always the most interesting. The money bags icon means that there is a merchant in this spot where you can buy cards. Now, the card system in this game, it's basically at the end of each enemy encounter, assuming you win, obviously, you get to pick one of 3 cards to add to your deck. More on that later, but basically this is this game has a bunch of card building aspects to it that make it very interesting. So anyway, just for the sake of engagement, I really like, for various reasons, picking this second one, because these last 2 always have a downside to them, but they always have a great upside to them as well. But I'm going to choose to have my next 3 encounters have 1 HP. Alright, so for all of these routes, these horned characters right here, that means that the encounter for that area is going to be an elite creature, pretty much a mini boss. Let's just hop right into this left path because of reasons. And this is not exactly a good way to show the combat because thanks to that whale-looking creature, Niao, my next 3 encounters are going to have 1 HP. So I'm just going to use Strike. And that brings me to the deck building concept. There are 3 different types of cards in this game. You have your attack cards, which primarily do damage. They're attacks. And you have skill cards, meaning they do something other than attack. In this case, I have defense, which gave me 5 block. They're pretty much shields in addition to your current health. There is a third type of card called powers. And actually, there's technically a 4th and 5th kind of powers, but really the 3 main cards that you need to worry about are attack, skill, and powers. We don't have any powers right now, so we're going to worry about that later. Anyway, let's gain 16 gold. And I like Perfected Strike. I think I'm going to make this a Perfected Strike deck. Basically, Perfected Strike, its base power is 6 damage, but for each strike card you have in your deck, meaning any card that has the word strike in it. That's very important. It deals an additional +2 damage. So we'll just grab Perfected Strike. Why not? I like Perfected Strike. Next enemy is also going to have 1 health, both of them. It accounts for 1 of the encounters, so that's fine with me. What do we got here? Ooh, okay. Twin strike to add to our strike count. We're officially making this a strike deck. Before you lies an elaborate shrine to a forgotten spirit. All right, we get to choose to transform a card. I think I will change the bash into something else. What do we get? Round and round the wheel goes. Where it stops, no one knows. Brutality. That sucks for what I'm going for right now. All right, please don't be an encounter. Dang it, it's an encounter. All right. So that wastes the last of the three. I was hoping to last until we get to this elite so that I could make the elite 1 health, but that's kind of kaput. Anyway, gain 14 gold. Dexterity potion gives 2 dexterity. Dexterity, pretty much for each 1 dexterity you have, it increases the power of all of your cards that give you block. Another perfected strike. Let's just do that. This path has a bonfire, so I think I'll go that path. Yeah, I'm not really planning on grabbing any shops anyway. Might as well just do this. I really should have looked farther on the path to see if I wanted to do that. Alright. I don't want to take damage here, but... Alright. Let's get the block. And just hurt that enemy some. Alright, every time an enemy has a green squiggle above their head, that means they're going to apply a debuff to you. In this case, it gave me the frail debuff, so I gained 25% less from block cards. So that's not good. Am I able to take out this enemy? No. Let's do a bunch of damage to that guy and strike. Alright, so these are relics. They pretty much give you permanent effects. And the one that Ironclad always starts with is Burning Blood. So at the end of every single combat, he regains 6 health. Oh. Okay, so I can just perfect strike this guy and strike this guy. Alright. See, regains that 6 health. 10 gold. Swift Potion lets you draw 3 cards. Potions are one-time use effects. Okay, more strikes. Here, let's do this. Okay, our first elite, and we are up against the Gremlin Knob. Okay, this guy is using... that blue fire above his head pretty much means he's about to use a buff on himself. But every single time you fight this guy, he's going to use the exact same buff on the first turn. So that's a good way to prepare. Thankfully, I got that strike on the first turn, so I'm doing plenty of damage to him. All right, he is going in, giving himself the enrage buff. Basically, every time you use a skill, his power is going to increase by 2. So skills including defends. Okay, brutality is one of those powers that I talked about. It's basically a permanent effect for the current battle that you're in. In this case, at the start of each of my turns, I get to lose 1 HP and draw 1 card. Not very useful for me, sadly. So I think we'll do the twin strikes. And, okay, in this case, you have to wonder if it's worth it to use the block, because he's just going to gain more power from that. So no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take the 14. And I can just heal at the next bonfire, maybe. Really depends. Ooh, 2 perfected strikes in the same turn. Oh, barely not enough. That's always unfortunate. Okay, whatever. I can just kill this guy right now. Alright, took some damage. Ooh, okay. Blood Vial is a relic. I forgot to mention, every single time you take out an elite, they give you a free relic. In this case, the Blood Vial. At the start of each combat, I heal 2 HP. That's going to be very good for me. Man. I don't know. I think I might take Offering. Lose 4 HP, gain 2 energy. Because basically you usually start with 3 energy, but you can, of course... I forgot to mention, of course, me being forgetting to mention things. Each card has an energy cost in the top left corner. Perfected Strike has 2 energy cost. And as a bit of a base, you always start with 3 maximum energy. And you regain 3 energy at the start of every turn. There are relics that, of course, can change that. But otherwise, that's kind of how it is. I don't want to upgrade that. I think I'll upgrade Perfected Strike. And instead of the +2 damage, is +3 for all your strikes. So I think I'll do that. Yeah. Alright. Let's see what this enemy's... Okay, this guy is pretty much every time this guy hits us, he's going to be taking 15 of our gold, which we will be able to get back. Do not worry. Yeah. I can just take him out next turn. Then I'll heal. Give me your gold. Blah, blah, blah. And done. If we can... Basically, what that guy does is he steals your gold, and then if you let him live for too long, he's going to do a turn where he uses block, and then the very next turn, he will run away with your gold. So you need to take him out as soon as you possibly can to get your gold back. I think I'll grab Pommel Strike for... It's basically deal 9 damage, draw 1 card. I can use that to replace one of my strikes. Plus, it's a strike card, so... The Caliper is not very useful for me. At the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of your block. Because at the start of every single turn, you usually lose all of your block that you gain that turn. I mean, at the start of your next turn, you do, yeah. Okay, these louses have a special ability that's just for them. If they get hit, they basically curl up, and they just block. I'm going to take one of them out. And let's strike. They'll pretty much curl up and immediately gain block as soon as they take damage. Man, I don't like this. Okay, we can take that guy out. And I'll just defend. Take 5 damage. I healed 3, so that's effectively 2 damage that I just took. Twin Strike should, yeah, just 1 hit. Alright, I gained 3 health effectively, so that's good. Block Potion, gained 12 block immediately. Alright. I like the concept of Metallicize. It's just free block, but shrug it off for the 8 block and card draw. I think I'll grab shove it off. Shrug it off. Ooh, we've got a green slime, an acid slime. Shrug it off. And Perfected Strike. Pretty easy. I'm going to be taking 3. Corrosive Spit sends 2 wounds into my discard. Another thing that I failed to mention is instead of decking out as you would in most other card games, as soon as you run out of cards into your draw pile, your discard pile just shuffles right back into your draw pile. So you never run out of cards. Now let's do the Offering so I take less damage. Twin Strike. Perfected Strike. That was pretty optimal. I think I lost a little bit of health from that, but otherwise... I don't really want Explosion Potion. 10 damage to all. I don't really think I'm using the Swift Potion, so let's grab that. Okay. 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. Random attack. Adds a completely random attack. Not a random attack from my deck, just random in general. So, it's interesting. I think I might pick that up just because it's rare. It's because card rarities are shown depending on this little banner right here. This is a I don't really know how the rarities go, but I believe gold is the most rare. It's either that or blue is. It's like, but usually the gray banners are the common variety. All right, let's hit up the next enemy. Ooh, I like this guy. This guy's usually pretty easy to go up against. Let's do that and twin strike. You know what? I'll grab a block. Don't want to take any damage here. I want at least some chance to heal. Okay, this guy's gonna give me a debuff. I don't remember what it does, but he's done. He's done anyway. Yeah. Goodbye. We'll never know. Hey, 15 gold. Dexterity potion. I like Clash. It can only be played if you only have attacks in your hand, but it does 14 damage, just right off the bat. So I'll grab Clash. I'm on offensive Ironclad right now. Ooh, a shop. Okay. You done panache. Okay, 3 skills, deal 5 damage. Whenever you I don't know how to feel about this. I like panache. If you play 5 cards, though, I would either need to gain more energy via like offerings and such, or I would need to gain more energy max. So I don't think it's really gonna be all that useful. Neither of this. Pretty much X times means it uses up all of your energy, and just the X is however energy you use. I don't think there's really much chance of me using 3 skills in 1 turn, so I think Molten Egg would probably be good. Although, discount on all products, I'll do it. Yeah. Well, actually, card removal? No. I should have invested in the card removal, whatever. Okay, question mark, what do we got? As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, walls slam down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 faces materialize from the walls and speak. Forget what you know and I'll let you go. I require change to see a new space. If you want to pass me, then you must grow. So we can choose to either remove a card, transform a card, or upgrade a card. I'll transform. Get rid of this brutality. I don't want it. You know what? I can actually use that because I have at least one. I've got 2 exhaust cards in my deck. So whenever a card's exhausted, draw a card. It's a power. So I don't think I'll really use it. Probably should have just chosen to remove it. Whatever. All right. Let's see what we can upgrade. Inferno Blade for a free attack card. Why not? Oh, okay. So we're up against the Guardian. The Guardian of the Sand. Okay. Just a free 36 damage. Okay. First we'll do the Clash, because you see this thing right here? This guy is pretty much a mode shifter. He switches between attack and defense mode depending on various things happening. Basically right now, this little number here, if I do 30 damage to him, he will switch to defensive mode and he will immediately gain block. So I want to use Clash first to do 14 damage right away, and then use Perfected Strike to do the most damage possible. So now he's in defensive stance. All right. All right. As soon as he enters defensive stance, his next move is going to be gaining Sharp Hide. So basically, every time I hit him, he's going to be doing 3 damage to me. Let's do Infernal Blade. Okay. Okay. Let's gain block. Because that Sharp Hide doesn't go past block. So gaining block is pretty good. Pretty much the optimal strategy for dealing with this guy in defensive mode is just waiting till he's out of defensive mode. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and Searing Blow. Yeah, I don't want to take any more damage than that. I'm not feeling that risky. Oh boy. Let's do it. Whenever a card's exhausted, draw 1 card. Let's gain 2 energy in addition to that. Oh, it goes back to 2. Didn't realize. Whatever. Oh, I should just do this just in case. It's a bit late for that, but yeah, I'll just let him do his thing. Whenever he uses Twin Slam, he immediately goes back to offensive mode, and it's got a bit of a higher threshold now for being able to switch him back. Wow, voice crack. So let's just use Twin Strike, and then immediately Perfected Strike. Bring him back to the defensive stance. We do not want him to spend too long in offensive stance because he does a lot of damage. Alright, I will defend. Pommel Strike. Oh, boy. No. Don't want to take that much. Let's just take the 5. If I am to beat this boss at the end of this floor, I am healed of all HP and I move on to the next floor. Like, all my HP just gets healed. Shrug it off. And you shrug it off. Okay, it's not the good Perfected Strike. That's just defend. If I had used an attack on him, he would have just used that sharp hide to hit me real hard. Let's do that. Let's just gain that 9 block. He's going to be doing 20 damage to me. That's not good, but I'll have to take it. Alright, I think at this point in time, I could probably just shrug it off. Oh boy. And okay, if he uses that buff, he's going to be gaining 2 strength. So he's pretty much going to be adding 2 power to all of his attacks. So I just need to bring him back. You pretty much just need to take him out of offensive stance as fast as you possibly can. Do I have... I think... Yeah, I can kill him. There we go. He's going to heal me all the way after this fight. So, and pretty much every time you beat a boss at the end of the floor, you get a choice of rare cards. Okay, I really want Feed. Basically, 10 damage. If you kill a non-minion enemy, minions aren't too important. Don't worry too much about that. Gain 3 permanent max HP, which is good. It's going to take some planning to actually utilize it well, but... Ooh, okay. Max HP lowered by 20%. I never like this one. Whenever you lose HP, draw a card. It just relies on too much. Although it would work well with offering, but let's just not. Obtain 3 curses and 3 relics. Curses are another type of card that you can get. They're negative cards, unplayable, and they usually have negative effects on you. So I generally don't like them, but I think I'll risk it. Okay, cannot play more than 3 cards this turn. Rip. If transformed or removed, lose 3 max HP. That's actually not too bad considering I have Feed. Oh, Kunai and oddly smooth. Okay. The first time you lose HP in combat, draw 3 cards. That's good. Kunai. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dexterity. Dexterity increases block. Oddly Smooth Stone. Immediately gain 1 dexterity at the start of each combat. So that's good for blocks. However, I'm not really running that much in the way of block, actually. So that's not... It's iffy. It's iffy, really. Man, I can hit 2 elites in this middle path. I can also hit 2 elites here. And there's this... Okay, there's a shop later down the road here. But this is a lot of question marks. And if I want, I can just... Man, these options. I think I want the question marks, honestly. Yeah, 2 enemies before the elite. I think I can deal with that. Okay, this guy is gonna have immediate 40 block, and he has a special thing called barricade. Block is not removed at the end of his turn. He only has 20 health. You just need to get past the block. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. He also has artifact, which is a little buff to him, which negates a debuff for each artifact that you have. So I think I'm just gonna Perfect Strike and Twin Strike. He's going to gain like 20 block immediately, I think it is. 25. Okay. And then he's gonna start doing damage. I can only play 3 cards. Pommel Strike. Strike. I really want to play Feed. I don't need to use Kunai. Man, I really want to use Feed. Oh. Okay. Let's defend. Offering. Dang it. Okay, let's throw that. I really want to get Feed into my next hand. It's very much worth taking 16 right now. Oh, okay, Pommel Strike. Oh my goodness. I really want to use Feed here. Oh boy. Okay. And do I have a knockout? Yes, I do. Max HP plus 3. It's always nice. Energy potion, gain 2 energy immediately. I don't remember if I have an armaments or not. I do not. Ooh, but you know what? This actually sounds like it could be good. Yeah, why not? I can use Sever Soul to because it discards, it exhausts. Okay, I forgot to explain what exhaust does. Basically, it removes it from your deck for the rest of your combat. That's what exhaust means. I can use Sever Soul to, if I happen to get any of these 3 curses into my hand, I can use Sever Soul to just remove them and deal 16 damage. Not to mention, if I happen to have Dark Embrace, it would be good for that. Alright, let's see what this question mark has. In front of you sits an altar of a forgotten god. Jeez. Atop the altar sits an ornate female statue with arms outstretched. She calls out to you, demanding sacrifice. Max HP is always good. You stand on the altar and cut your wrists. As the blood spills out in sacrifice, the arms of the statue reach out and close around your eyes. Everything goes dark. You wake up a short time later feeling a new potential surging through you. Alright, so 1 question mark versus 2. I'll go with 2. Ooh, these guys. As far as I know, these guys are the only guys with this particular buff. Flight. Basically, as long as they have flight, they take half damage. However, if you hit them 3 times... Okay, I got this. We're going to gain 6 block. and we're gonna waste the energy. If you hit them 3 times, they lose the flight, and they're knocked down, and they're also stunned. Ooh, blue fire. That guy's going to gain +1 power. That's not good. Caca! Let's do this. I don't want to use feed right now, but I have to. I'm gonna stun him so that he doesn't hurt me anymore. I'm gonna be taking 8, but that's fine. Oh boy. I just exhausted my feed though, so that's not good. Alright, let's use that free hit. Oh my goodness, why? Why can't I use this? I can only play 3 cards. That guy's gonna regain his flight. That's not good. I'm gonna take 4 damage, also not good. Alright, let's use offering, because why not? Okay, fine. Normality prevented me from doing more than 3 cards, so we're taking 5. Let's do that. I should have used Perfected Strike there. Whatever. I need to get these curses out of my deck, honestly. Well, okay. I'm not taking any damage. That's good. I need to start healing as much as possible. Oh yeah, I forgot I have calipers. Maybe I should start getting more focus on blocking. Inflame is pretty good. And I don't want to make this an exhaust deck. Because I don't really have... I can't play these curses either, so that wouldn't really be good. Let's grab Inflame. Why not? There are probably plenty of reasons why not. Skilled players of this game are probably yelling at me right now if they're watching this. As you attempt to sneak past a group of shrouded figures, a naked red-skinned man approaches you.
Got any jacks, friends? I got the shakes bad. Please. Maybe some coin?
He seems delusional, but harmless. Alright, I can give him gold and receive a relic. Let's do that. Ooh, bronze skills. This game really wants me to run dexterity.
Oh, yes, yes. Here, fair trade.
Alright, let's just see what's at this question mark. Before you lies an elaborate shrine to a forgotten spirit. Remove a card from your deck. Yes. Let's get rid of the normality, because really Parasite's not doing much harm to me. As you kneel in reverence, you feel a weight lifted off your shoulders. Let's hit up this elite. The Book of Stabbing. Probably my favorite. Oh boy. He's going to be doing plenty of damage to me, actually. I think it might do me in. Okay, okay. He's going to be doing 12. Let's do Clash. Twin Strike. I'm slowly gaining dexterity, so I'll be able to block his damage sooner or later. He's doing 18. Hopefully I'll be able to gain something. Shrug it off. It's always good. Really? Okay, whatever. I'm taking 1 damage from this. And he's taking 9. Okay. Okay. I see what you did there, game. Goodbye. Well, that seems to be the end of this run. Although I suppose that was a bit of a nice little tutorial run so that I can actually get to the good stuff.